gag.com, you'll find it. Wow, that was a banger way to start off this live broadcast. But anyway, today we are doing a lower body workout. If you caught us last time, our first in this series was for upper body. And this is designed for people who are maybe dealing with muscle loss. It could be something as simple as an injury, like an injury to the lower body. So you're wanting to stay strong in the upper body, or injury to the upper body. You're wanting to stay strong in the lower body. Or it could be something like perimenopause or menopause, where we're starting to see muscle loss naturally from hormone differences. And what's being seen as more common these days are GLP-1 shots, are the semi-glutide shots that are increasing muscle wasting. That's kind of a dramatic way of saying it, but it's more common to see muscle loss with those. So I'm bringing a workout that you can do anywhere. You do need some things for this workout though. So ideally, I created these workouts that you can do in the gym and just kind of have your headphones in and follow along, but you can do them at home too. You need some kind of bench. Now I have kind of your classic weight room bench here, but anything that's elevated that you can safely use, it's not going to wobble. Sometimes a heavy chair will work for this too. Just be really careful making sure that it's not going to wobble, or shove it up against the wall so that you can use the elevated surface that way. And then you also need a heavy weight. Now I'm going to have one heavy-ish weight. I'm not touching my 40-pound weights there. So don't worry, I'm not getting that crazy. But I have one 15-pound weight. And then I'm also going to go a little bit heavier, and I'm going to grab a plate that's 25 pounds. You can also use a medicine ball. Anything that adds weight will work just dandy here. But let's get started. This is going to be a 30-minute workout. I like to keep track of it on my fitness tracker. You definitely don't have to, but that is a really nice way to make sure that you're getting your workout for the day. And if you don't know already, you should always make sure that you know how much workout you're getting for your body, for your heart, for all that. We want to at least get 150 minutes accumulated a week. So if you didn't know that, there's your fun fact for the day. We're going to start with, let's do no weight to start and just get our legs kind of warm. So what I want you to do is learn your 3 squat positions for the day. We're going to add weight to these later. Your first squat position, feet are under your hips, heel toe out, kind of turn the toes out a little bit. There's our squat position. We're just going to take some single squats. You can take them at your own pace, but I want you to think about your setup for this. So watch what's happening here. My chest is lifted. My knees are sliding forward. It's okay if they go a little bit beyond my toes. My heels don't lift though. And I'm not hinging into the squat, which I see sometimes happen, especially if we're older, maybe our knees are bothering us a little bit. We don't want that hinge. So sitting down, letting the knees come forward, dropping and standing. Let's take 2 more. And then waiting at the top. Pick a foot, doesn't matter which one. You're going to heel toe wider. This is position number 2 for our squat. And let's take it down. You'll notice with our wider legs, we want our knees to be pressing wider right over those toes. We're also pressing into the heels and sitting the hips low. Let the hips drop. Chest still stays lifted, dropping into the hips. Good. Drop and stand. Beautiful. I find that sometimes we're kind of a one part of the body person, either lower or upper. I don't know if that's you. Might just be me. Stand at the top and hold. Take your other foot a heel toe wider. This is our squat position 3. Shoulders roll back and down. Knees go wide. Pressing into those pinky toes as we squat down. Press the knees open. Nice. So my challenge to you is this. If you are that kind of person, I like working my upper body better. It's just me. But I challenge you to really try to make a point to work both parts of the body. Or maybe you're just like an abs person. You grew up in that era where doing a bunch of crunches was going to help you have a flat stomach. Not true, by the way, but maybe we're still holding on to that. So I challenge you to work out the whole body. And we're starting that today with lower body. Also, don't forget to check. There's an upper body workout. And then I'm also going to have one more next month. We're doing a total body workout. Stand tall and shake it out. Nice. Legs should be nice and warm. Let's get into some of the smaller muscles. That way we don't have to use such big weights for our bigger muscles. Grab your weight, any weight. You might want to find something to hold on to. And we're going to go into a single, actually let's do double leg calf raise first. Toes are facing forward, lifting up and down. We're going to do 10 of these. Beautiful. Good. Now, lift up one leg. Which hand am I going to do this? Yeah, keep the weight in the same leg that's down. That felt weird. And we're going to do 10 single legs. Good. Nine, 10. Both feet down again. 10 single legs. 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to switch my weight hand. Lift up the opposite leg. We're back to that. We're single leg on the opposite leg for 10. You probably know what muscle group we're working here. We're working the calves, the gastroc, tightening all those muscles. Oh, I forgot to count. That's why I was so quiet. I was counting. When you get to 10, you can stop. I think this is 8 for me. I don't know. Somewhere like that. Good. And then one last time, if you want, you can try to add balance with that weight in front. 10 calf raises. Double leg calf raise. 5, I'm counting. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, keep this weight in your hand. And I want you to sit on your bench. Now remember what I said, if it's not super secure, right now it's fine to just act as a chair, but you can also push it up against the wall to help you. So we have the heavier weight on our thighs. From here, we're just gonna lift our toes to kind of warm up our shins. And this is also really good for knee health if you've never worked these small muscles. After you've done 10, move over to the right foot only. 10, 9, 8. And I like to do these at the beginning so that when we get to those big muscles, we don't have to do as many reps or use as heavy weights, and they still get a lot of work. Switch. Because our little, it's called pre-exhaust method. We're doing both legs, by the way, sorry. 4, 3, 2, 1. Single leg, other leg. Both legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to need you to really use this bench. So press it up against the wall if you need to. Make sure it's not moving forward and back. And we're going to do some split squats. Now, I'm going to set the weight down, and you're welcome to use a weight. Your first time through this, though, I would follow me and do no weights. That's why I'm setting it down. For those of you that have not done these before, we're doing a split squat. Now, this is my favorite way to figure out where to put my feet in comparison to the bench. So I sit flat on the bench, stick my feet all the way down, like all the way out. Where my heel lands, that's where my foot is going to be flat. So let's take our left foot forward. Right foot comes in, come all the way up, left foot is flat. Then we tap the right foot up on the bench. That is our split squat stance. From here, our split lunge really, but it's a split squat. We're gonna drop down and up. We've got 10. Good. Now you could use a weight. You could do anything like that. But your first time through, I just want you to make sure that you can hang with the balance challenge of this. We've got 5 more. 4. Come on, keep dropping low. Heel down on that front foot. Knee can drive forward. I think 2 more. If you're keeping track and I'm way off, just go with 10. Good. Now, take your other foot forward. So you've got even feet. Then you can take your other foot back. Wow, I was very one-sided in that back. Good. Now, standing with that balance. I'm used to holding a plate here. Can you tell? Let's do 10. We're going to drop down. Think about that foot that's pressing into the ground here. Pressing into the heel. Toes for support. But keep your weight even through that whole foot. 5 more. 4. Chest is lifted. Last 2. Woo, I kicked my bench. And that's why I say put it against the wall so it doesn't get kicked backward. Good, shake it out a little bit. And now grab your weight. I'm gonna grab my heavier weight and we're gonna move back into that 3-position squat. We have 10 in each position. Hold your heavy weight up. Start with your feet, little outside hips, 10 squats. Dropping and pressing, good. Nice and easy, breathe. Now if you can, try to exhale as you stand. Good, just trying to get some of that breath coordination going to use our muscles more effectively and also to help use our core more effectively in all our workouts. Good, we're gonna take one heel toe out, toes are still pointing out. Little rest here and 10 squats. Beautiful. What happens here? Weight is shifted a little bit. Keep the weight in the toes. Keep the chest lifted. Halfway. 5 more, pushing. Last 3. Hopefully I'm not blocking the mic with this weight. Last 2, I'll hold it here. Last 1. Now, you're gonna hold the weight in front. No matter what kind of weight it is, I'm just holding it like this because it's a plate. And you're gonna heel toe to the widest position. Let's go. Drop and stand. Keep that chest lifted. Keep the shoulders pulling back. Press through the heels. Press through the pinky toes. We've got 5 more. Let's go. Push for 5, 4, 3. Last 2. And last 1. Press to the top. Don't go anywhere with that weight. Here's where we're going. Feet just outside hips. We're going to hinge and stand sideways so you can see what's happening with my hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 10 total. Good. 7. Press to the heels. 8. 9. Last 1. 10. And stand. Beautiful. Put that heavy weight down. Shake it out just a little bit. You're going to need some room to the side. And you're also going to need 1 weight. I switched to a lighter weight here. You'll see. We're going to step out to the side. I'm going to go slow to demo. Just watch. You don't have to do it yet. Big step. Reach across for that calf and stand. That's 1. We're doing 10. So it's in the leg that's moving. It's in the opposite hand. I'm actually going to use this hand, kind of swing it behind me for balance. So we've got 1 and stand. Good. Drop. See how I'm reaching this arm behind me to get a little bit of a twist? Getting that torso involved. Good. Drop. Now, again, I think we have 5 left. You know how many you've done. You're doing 10 on each side. You don't even have to stay with me. Just go slow and controlled. Drop and push. All right, finishing right here. And stand. Good. Switch hands. Take a little break. Breathe, breathe, breathe. I'm moving over to give myself some more room. All right. That hand's going to swing behind as we step out. Bring your hand down toward our calf. Let's go. Drop. There we go. Big step. Just get that reach down toward the calf first. That's it. Then we can start really reaching back with the arm, getting that twist. Then if we want, we can start to look at that hand. Good. We got 3 more. Drop. Last one. And stand. And drop the weight. Beautiful. All right. This is your halfway mark. This also means at this point, you need something to lay down on the floor. I'm just going to grab a mat. You still need your bench, okay? Still need the bench. We also need a mat for the floor. This is your break. Giving you a little break here. Yeah, so I'd have the mat out first. Something to keep this hard. Okay, 2 different things here. We are going to be laying with our back on the bench, sending our hips up to the sky. I'm on a slick garage floor. So I want a sticky mat down to put my feet on, so I'm not going to slide. However, you might want to wait for the mat because you have a really secure grip on the floor. Let me show you where we're going. And again, you can use a big plate across your hips here, just like in the Bulgarian split squat, you could have held the plate. You could use one across your hips. But I want to show you without the weight. So I'm going to not have a weight. Do it once without the weight, and then you might want to add. So here's where we're going. We're putting our shoulders on and our feet on the ground, and we are pressing our hips to the sky and dropping. Pressing and dropping. So again, I have my hands here because I'm used to having that plate across my hips. You decide if that's going to be a good fit for you or not. That was a really awkward way to get up from this. My apologies. So we're going to set up and we're going to do a set of 10. Take a little rest. And then we're going to do, we'll be doing some stuff for our back on the rest. We're going to go back and do another set of 10 on the bench. And then one more for this stuff for like our lower back and booty down here on the ground. So that's where we're going. So you're going to see it again. So if you don't nail it the first time, it's okay. You're going to see it twice. So putting the shoulders on, weight if you want it, and our head stays in line with our shoulders. So as I lean back, my head starts to look at the ceiling, but I don't let it go. It stays in line. When we're ready, we push for 10, 9, good, 8, inhale all the way down, exhale as you squeeze, 5 more, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight can go to the side if you have it. Use your hands to all the way down to the ground. That's a better way to get out of it. If you don't have a mat out and you'd like a mat for your knees, grab it. We're going to be kneeling and we're going to be on our elbows. Right foot to the sky and we're going to push up for 10, 9, 8, good. 4, 3, 2, hold, 1. Now we straighten and bring it in. Straighten, bring it in. Good, 10 of these. Keep the knee high. Keep moving. Push, bring it in. Point and flex. Knee stays in one position. 2 more. Point, flex, last 1. Bring it down. Back to our bench. Now I'm going to show you with the weight this time. Should I grab my plate? Maybe not. All right. I think more people probably have this kind of weight. So you'll put your shoulders on and you hold the weight right at your hips. And then you push for 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. Squeeze. You're probably feeling one butt cheek a little more than the other right now because of all that work we just did. I think it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, I hope you guys can count to 10 because you're going to be in a much better position than me. In all fairness, you're not trying to talk at the same time, right? All right, weight off. Then we use our hands to help us come to a seated position. Move over onto all fours, and it's onto the elbows, opposite leg to the sky, pushing for 10. Flat foot, as if we're pushing that heel through the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, and stay up. We point and flex. Point and flex. Knee stays high, stays in one position. That's it. Good job. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in and lower. Sit the hips back for a second. Little gentle stretch for the booty. Beautiful. Now, we're going to our mat next to the bench. So if you need a second to set it up, you can. Some of us may have guessed where this was going. So we're going to have our heels on the bench. Let's see, I need to be further back, I think. Heels on the bench, head on the ground. We're going to be pushing up into a bridge and down. You know what? I think I want to do, I'm scared I'm going to push it. I am. Okay, so heels on the bench, or you can have flat feet on the bench. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to push if I have my feet flat. That's why I suggested maybe put it up against a wall. So heels or feet on the bench, we lift into bridge for 10, 9, good. Lift. Nicely done. 5, 4, 3, little final burn for the glutes. 2, and 1. Lower down. Hug the knees in. One thing that I hope you enjoy about this workout is the fact that we're not doing a lot of multiples in this set. So we're kind of jumping all over the place. And instead of doing multiples, which I know we did for that one exercise, and kind of the calves as well, but instead of doing so many multiples of exercises, I tried to pick multiple exercises for one muscle group so that we just don't get so bored. All right, you need your bench again. You're going to pull yourself up pretty close to it. And you're going to come down to your elbow, opposite leg, out to the side. And yes, you're going to be able to get a booty shot in a minute for this one. Hand can be at the hip. We're going to just lift it to hip level and down. Lift to hip level and down. Lift to hip level and down. 10 total of these. You can add a weight. At this point, you probably don't need one for all the tiny muscle groups. Try not to plop the foot down, but instead hover it just above the ground. 4, 3, 2, hold up for 1, reach the arm up, take it behind the head. Kick forward and point back. Kick forward and point back. Good. 3. Add that breath in. It helps. 5. Halfway there. Kick. Point it back. Kick. Those little muscles are on fire. 2 more. 2 more. Kick. Point it. Last one. Kick. And point. And lower it down. Wow. Flip sides. You get to stare at my booty for a minute. No harm there, right? Woohoo. Okay. Arm out. Leg to the side. Hand to the hip. I'm going to bring myself forward a little bit. We're going to start with the lift and lower. Lift and lower. Stay strong through that supporting arm. Make sure we're pushing it into the mat a little bit or the bench, and we're not just caving that rib cage in. Keep it going. Lift the chest. Try not to slam that foot down into the ground. Control it, control it. I'm on 2 more. Hold it up on the 1. Reach the hand to the sky. Then take it behind your head for a point, kick forward, point back. Flatten that foot to kick forward. Now try to minimize the swing in the hip. So our leg can move around in that hip socket, but we don't want to sit our hips back and then drive them forward. We want to minimize that. We want this to be all about the leg moving around in the hip socket. Good. Wow, this side's harder for me. Can we do 3 more? Last one. And done. Holy cow, all those little muscles. Whew, sitting it down. I'll turn to face you. Beautiful. Let's go into a little bit of a stretch. Let's use our bench again, actually, for those hips. We're going to cross one leg over, sit tall, and just let it stretch. That's probably a lot right now. It's a lot for my hips right now. They're like, hello, we had a great time. Thanks for inviting us to the party, but I'm about done. And if you want, then you can hinge forward just a little bit. Wow. It's a muscle I haven't felt in just a little while. It's nice to get it to work. Good. And then let's take this leg down, straight out. Hinge forward for a little hamstring stretch. If you want, you can reach for the toe. You don't have to. But I think of all the workouts that we do together, this is one of the more important ones to get a little stretch after. Good. Turning toward this side. Little twist on the bench to get into that lower back. And the QL muscles right above the bottom. They get a little work in this workout. Opposite side. Taking the leg over. Sitting tall. Slowly tilting. Yep, feeling it a little less on this leg. And mainly that's because this hip was clearly either tighter or it has been less worked than this one. Make sure we're flexing the foot here to protect our knee when we're hinging forward. Sitting tall and bringing that foot forward. Nice. Don't forget, I upload twice a month with new workouts. That's not to say that that's the only time you have to work out in a month. It's just when I bring you some new stuff. In the meantime, please explore the playlists in this on my account because I have so many good workouts for you. My specialty is yoga. So stand together and switch. Twist. That's the one thing that has been kind of consistent in my life. I mean, strength training, all of this stuff, but my pure love is yoga, and I have a lot of it here. So when in doubt, move your body. This has been a wonderful workout, working on the lower body, especially when we're concerned about muscle loss due to age, due to hormone changes, due to medication, whatever it is. This is a great workout. We will be doing a total body workout next in this series, so I hope that you catch that one. Make sure that you subscribe, follow, like, leave a comment. What kind of workout would you like to see when I release these workouts? So just let me know. And until then, check me out at gretchengag.com/whatever. Clearly, I have no idea.